Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? And welcome to the channel. My name is Rigatoni. We're going to be making a little video on 8 holy relics or units that I think should get holy relics. And I had to start off with my favorite demon in the entire game, Belly God. By the way, this is just my personal opinion. Obviously, you're probably not going to want Belly because like 99% of the community doesn't even have him level 80. But I just think it would be a cool, fun unit because his ultimate hits pretty goddamn hard. He has a pretty nice passive in terms of like fighting on the bird. I actually had a video of him beating 4-3 with him, but I think I'm gonna post the other one because that was dreadful. He does damage on the first phase or first floor of phase 4, by the way. So if you need a extra unit to do damage, just bring a unit with shatter because it ignores debuff or defense, I mean, right? Ignores resistance, so that's actually kind of even better. But anyways, I kind of just want him to somehow like get more attack. Like I'm not gonna go into exactly how to do it because obviously it's probably gonna be about the same thing, you know. Just like I kind of just want him to have something like Purgatory Bond because he doesn't do that much damage. Like a rank 3 one of these cards with like rank 3 Margaret does like maybe 100,000 damage. His ultimate hits like a truck. It hits 1,000,000 without Margaret buff, which is pretty astronomical in my opinion for how old he is and how like bad he is overall. He's a bit more of like a support unit with a shatter card for some reason. I don't really get it. But he's good. His thing with the bird is pretty good, especially with like Gelda, because you can constantly cleanse, and so you know you just keep on stacking. So it actually does work pretty well, and with her holy relic. And I tried him before I got her holy relic, so maybe he's a good option. I don't really know, but yeah, I would just like to see it. I really like Bellion. He's really funny. It's kind of a wacky unit just because like nobody likes him, so I just kind of latched on him. Like, you know, I think he's kind of funny. Also, comment down below, what is your favorite unit that you would like to see get a holy relic? There are obviously a bunch of units. Obviously, if I pick like a unit with like 3 characters, I'm talking about all 3 of them, not just this specific one. So if there's like, I guess one of them is going to be rriere. I want rriere to increase her attack related stats per buff she has. Now, obviously, she's going to mainly be a PvE unit. I'm even fine if they make the relic even only PvE, but she is used for guild boss, guild wars. She could probably be used for deer as well to an extent, probably like floor 1, but like it would just be so freaking nice because if you guys have ever pushed guild boss, you guys know she does not crit, and the point of her strategy is to crit and literally like quadruple her damage. But if she doesn't crit, the run just fails. You don't get the number one, like high score or whatever, and it's just really unfortunate. Like, make it a bit easier, especially because you need godly RNG. Like, apparently you need like 10 slashes or whatever, so that way you can get the maximum amount of her buffs. Like, I don't know how much her buffs stack up to. Limited to 10 times. Limited to 10 times. So you need 10 cards when you need one every single turn. Otherwise, the buffs go away. It will just make it a bit less of a grind, considering you already have to get 10 cards. You have to not lose them because usually they remove your buffs, or you know you don't have a 3-star blue card, so you lose massive points on that. It would just be very, very nice. Now obviously it would make the green rriere and blue rriere not as good, but maybe like you just increase all stats per buff. So the blue one or the green one, whatever, I don't know, figure something out there, but like the red one is the one that's mainly being used. Like, the green one is literally just used in Belmos and the slight every once in a while 4v4 assault melee teams. The blue one is actually pretty fun. You know, she's kind of gimmicky, which kind of makes a unit fun in my opinion. Like, gimmick units make the game fun. These guaranteed killing units like Escanor, Trader Melee, King, they're boring, they're bland, they are just absolute stale bread. But unit like rriere in PvP could be pretty fun. But yeah, that's just my opinion. That's one. And obviously it's a demon, so a lot of people are hyped for when the demon relics come out. Like, that is probably the #1 thing people are waiting for in terms of Ragnarok. But just wait till and see how hard that boss is going to be. It is going to be an absolute nightmare. They're going to cuck Trader Melee to no end because he's already still the best unit for the deer just because of his damage reduction. So maybe the more grade buffs you have, the more damage you can take. That would be an interesting thing. But anyways, next one. Brunhild. Like, Miguelda got her relic, but Brunhild was the one to drop before her, which doesn't really make any sense. Like, I know it's just to sell the units, that way people would have summoned for her on her banner, but it's just like, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Make Brunhild good too. Like, I mean, she already is pretty good, but considering you have to have Green Gother, it's so unfortunate. Like, Green Gother is the only reason that team fails. She is so goddamn squishy, and since the deer is red, he always likes to go for Gother, and so he just instantly dies. And Miguel, though, since she has a heal card and you get more stats, you tank easier, you can cleanse now. It's a much better unit all around. But if we were to increase Brunhild's, I don't know, maybe like attack-related stats instead of just her basic stats, like her password, it says increase the hero's basic stats by 12% for every surviving ally, and then increases all stats of the hero by 8% when an ally dies. Like, why not just make it all stats or attack-related stats, like something? Just like, you don't need Green Gother for her to be great. Like, obviously the ranking ups are nice, but on phase 4 with Green Gother, if you literally just use a rank 1, you hit like half a damage cap. Rank 2 will usually always hit damage cap. This is if you have max weapons, of course. I'm not too sure if you don't have max weapons, but Brunhild is a very good choice for that. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Like, I think we just need someone to make her just be feasible without Green Gother. I think that would just overall help the unit, make more free-to-play to be able to beat phase 4, floor 1 of the bird, because it is fairly difficult, especially because Trader Melly is so inconsistent. Like, I have max buff sometimes, and he does like 1,000 damage. Like, I just had a run. He did 17,000 damage with a rank 2. Just because he doesn't crit. Like, if he doesn't crit, he does nothing. If he crits, he hits damage cap. It's so annoying. But Brunhild, with her Power Strike cards and how I do it, where I just use max attack stat, she usually always hits damage cap with like a rank 2. So that would just be a little nice thing, and maybe make the detonate card a bit better. Moving on to the next one. Now, this is a unit that a lot of people skipped for obvious reasons, and that is Kusak. I think getting a Holy Relic for Kusak would be very, very nice, especially because he's usually built with attack crit, so getting a Holy Relic would at least give him some CC. And can we get him having a PvE passive? I hate PvP only units because it just bogs down PvE. Final bosses, you know, you can't use them there. It's just like, why? Like, you already make it so demons can't be used anyways. Like, why not just let us use all the units you want? Like, we should be able to use any unit in any game mode, unless, you know, it's like, oh, this unit gets one shot, I guess we can't use it. That's fair, that's fair. But, yeah, I don't know, probably a defensive passive in terms of PvE, or just in terms of a Holy Relic, just because, you know, he already does significant damage. Like, in my opinion, he out DPS's the one if they increase their HP, like, whatsoever, like with Zeldra's passive or Bond buff or anything like that. He out DPS's the one. On Bird, the only thing that the one Escanor has better is he has immunity, and he has 100% extra damage, death damage. If Kusak had Fest King's Abyss instead of the 50%, it would be astronomically better than the one. I don't care, like, the ones is cool and all, but I think, like, Kusak, since it has Power Strike, it will deal more damage 100%. Like, on phase 3 or floor 3, like phase 4, I can't hit damage cap with Escanor with the Miguelda team. I can't. He has like 4 extra buffs, he crits, he got like 100k. Like, that's horrible. Kusak gets max damage cap instantly and then gets the extra 50%, so it's literally the exact same damage either way. But yeah, if he had the 100%, it would be amazing. Maybe that's what it could be, like just increasing his Abyss damage. That would be an insane buff to him, because his Abyss is really, really good. Makes phase 4 fairly easy because he has the Power Strike as well, and then he hits again, so it makes you basically have to use one less card. And yeah, either like buff his ultimate with like the Abyss, make it AoE maybe. Oh my god, that would be toxic. Like the Power Strike AoE, by the way, not the Abyss. I already know that Abyss is AoE. Or make him more defensive. Like, honestly, like, I would kind of I kind of want to run him HP crit and see how it goes, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. Like, you know, kind of have him as a support, so that way you can kind of try to go first. But yeah, I'm not too sure. The next one is one of my favorite units in the game, in terms of like the old units. Like, this is how it should be. older units getting holy relics. I should have said that at the beginning, but I truthfully do think that older units should get holy relics over newer units, but they want to push them out, try to make you whale, get the newer units, make bird or deer easier, which I really hope a lot of these don't go to the deer, but they most likely will, and that is Diane. Any Diane. Besides Halloween Diane, that one can literally fall in a pit. I hate that they made that a unit, a brand new unit that is. That was the worst idea they could have done. Just make it anyone other than a Diane. You could have made it a Greenmore, a Hauser, not Hauser, a Gil Thunder. You could have made it anything else but a Diane. We already have like 5 Dianes in the game. It's just like, everyone hates that unit. She's so useless. Like, she's literally just box CC. I hope we never get a relic for that unit. We don't need it. It would be an absolute waste of Netmarble to put any amount of resources that they don't even use already into a holy relic for her. But this Diane is actually pretty fun. She's pretty good as well. Like, she's outdated obviously in terms of her stats and whatnot. Like, her combat class CC at level 1 base is 3900. What is Brunhild? 4,500. And Diane was one of the highest CC units in the game. She was on the highest like CC team for a while, and now they're all around 4,000 already. Like, what's rriere? Yeah, rriere is at 3,800. Yeah, I'm not going to show any of the other ones yet. Kind of curious if you guys can guess who it is. But yeah, she has an attack disable and she has a rupture card, which is actually pretty good, especially when Margaret was around. Her rupture card was doing work. I had a video on it. If she gets her ultimate, she is annihilating any unit in the field. Like, no joke. Like, she is max bond, maybe will live, but either way, she's insane. She hits so goddamn hard. She has the highest AoE multiplier in the game. She has 900%. And honestly, I think what they could do is just kind of buff up her cards. I wish those were what Relics did. Buff up their cards. Like, attack disable should be at rank 1 for 1 turn. Kind of like how the small Diane is. That would be insanely good. Make it so that she gets more damage. Her passives increase the hero's attack by 6% at the end of every turn, limited 5 times. Make it like all stats. Make it something. Make it after every card you use. Kind of like go with her. Do something. I want this Diane to be a really good holy relic. Older units deserve really good holy relics, in my opinion. They deserve the best treatment, because these are the units that made Grand Cross what it is. These are the more fun units because they're not as skillful, or they're more skillful and not as like one-shot potential unless you get their ultimate, obviously. That is the point of it. Diane was a really fun unit. I loved using her. I used her for quite a while, up until like the one Escanor dropped, I believe. And yeah, I like this unit. I would like to see her have a really good holy relic. And she also has big boobies, and a lot of people like those. So yeah, moving on. I'm gonna save this one for last. I'm gonna save the one that I was gonna show next last, but this one, if you guys play Guild Wars, you already know. Frowdrin. Mine is almost currently 100% max. Let me just go into Grand Cross real quick. He should be fairly close to the top. There he is. He is at 59,000 KCC. He is almost completely maxed. 14.7, 14.4, 14.5, 13, 14, and 14.6. So he could be pushing like 59.5 most likely. He has max cosmetics on everything. I don't know why I don't use this sword, but whatever. Max helmets and everything. Like, he is basically maxed. That is horrible CC, and as you guys know, he's a CC unit. Prevents enemy heroes with combat class lower than the hero from filling up ultimate move gauge for 2 turns in PvP. Now, what I was thinking, I brought it up the other day, and people immediately said, no, that's broken. If you get out CC'd, if your Frowdrin gets out CC'd, you block ultimate gauge for like a turn. You know, it's not the 2 turns, because, you know, that would be stupid, but that way, like, even if you go second, you still make it so they can't rush their ultimate. It's a gray debuff, by the way, if anybody is curious. I think that would be absolutely toxic and hilarious, because, you know, you can also use this on the blue Frowdrin. And it would be really, really funny to just, you know, have that one, because he's like kind of like a really cheesy unit. I don't know, it could just be cool, it could be fun, it could be wacky. Now obviously it's probably not going to be that if he ever gets one. It's going to be some dog shit one where he recovers more HP for more ultimate gauge he removes or something, or Like, I don't know, but like, or maybe something to do with his extort, like doubles the amount of buffs he applies, or doubles the debuff percentage or something. Or maybe make it so he removes buffs at rank 1. Like, I wish they would upgrade cards, because a lot of these cards are so outdated. Like, oh no, cancels buffs and stances. I mean, I guess it's not bad, but you're not using green go through with this, man. You're never going to get that. Like, dude, look at this man. He has, like, the best PvP. Oh my god. I don't think they have updated this, because, it's kind of outdated, but, note, only with super good whale gear. Whale gear isn't even whale gear anymore, to be honest. It's just, oh, you play the game for more than like a month, because they give quite a bit of resources. But yeah, I highly do recommend them giving him a really good Holy Relic. He needs it. I think they teased it. I can't remember what it was, actually. Was it Frowdrin or Dreyfus? I can't remember. They teased it on JP, and then they never actually like dropped it. I'm very curious what it was. I can't remember. I hope it's actually something good, but I'm pretty sure it's garbage. From what I remember, I can't remember. So I guess I just thought of that. So hopefully people aren't spamming that in the comments, but they probably are. Next one of my favorite units to run in 4v4. Oslo and frickin' Hawk, bro. This unit is so freaking fun. I love this unit. It's so sad. He actually has pretty high combat CC. Like, I think the blue one is like top 10 unit CC in the game, like excluding relics. So that's really cool. He has a pretty shitty debuff card, like a decrease of attack by 30% for 1 turn. At least it's on rank 1. That's pretty cool, but it's just attack, so it's not that great. His rank 3 could be pretty menacingly, though. Like, melee is probably not going to do any damage. But if you guys don't know, if he drains you with his AoE skill, he takes all that ultimate gauge and puts it on him. So, as you know, on 4v4, there's 4 ultimate gauge on the field. You just rank him up, you get it, and then you, like, taunt or something. So that way you can't get ult drained, and he instantly gets his ultimate. And then at 6 out of 6, he expels the unit for 2 turns. I have been seeking this unit for so long, and I just can't pull dupes. I can't. I went 5 rotations for Oslo and Hawk. No, I'm thinking of the Lilia banner. I went 2. Was it 2 rotations? Or was it the Scotty banner? There was some banner that I went really deep on for Oslo and Hawk, and I didn't pull. I swear it was the Scotty banner. And maybe it was a Sario. I don't think I went that deep on the Sario banner. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a Scotty banner. I mean, I guess I could actually just check. It's literally here, isn't it? Yep, there he is. I just couldn't pull him. So, yeah. I guess you guys stayed this long, you guys get to see a multi. Cool. I really just want an Oslo and Hawk. But, you know, of course. Yeah, this game is so garbage, bro. Like, they will never drop that unit for me. They will never drop that unit for me. It is literally impossible. One of the most sought after units for me, personally, and I can never pull him. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. I would give up I would give up so many dupes just to get him. Why can I not exchange for units that are this goddamn old? That'll be an amazing addition. I'm starting to rant. Going on to the final unit. Also, I don't know what the hell they could do with this unit, honestly. Like, I have no idea. Maybe make it expel for 3 turns. Sheesh. Y'all already knew. As soon as you guys saw this video, y'all like, yo, he's gonna bring out a ruin. He's gonna bring out the boy. If you guys don't know, I have quite a few. It literally just looks like a compass, bro. Or yeah, compass, right? Probably. Just what it looks like a compass is passive. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think that's true. I think he's actually pretty good in ungeared PvP with a full stance team. But either way, Ruin, my favorite R unit in the entire game. Let me just bring up a video real quick. Highly recommend this. This was an amazing banger video, bro. Like, on God. Like, let me see. Yeah, this one right here. Oh my God, absolute banger video. Highly recommend it. Very epic, very epic. I beat actual players. Like, I literally beat Escanors and everything. The only unit that made me drop this unit basically entirely is Purgatory Bond. I don't really know what they could do besides make his debuff attack related stats, you know, apply more debuffs or something, or just give him an actual passive where the more debuffs on the field increases his basic stats, or just all stats in general like crazy. Let him remove stances at rank 2 as well. That would be really good because it would kind of counter the stance teams going around, you know, Arthur being really annoying. Maybe add like a corrosion debuff, like every time he debuffs, stack a really good corrosion on there, just something. His ultimate is honestly perfection. I love his ultimate. He's an R unit, so you can get him fairly easily. 6 out of 6. He stuns for 2 turns at 6 out of 6. And yeah, I just genuinely love this unit. He's a lot of fun. It's very difficult to get wins with, I know, but it's just fun. Like, that's how this game should be. But no, they rely too much on Fest units. Like, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I thought about this the other day, and Fest units just seem like the 7-star banners from Naruto Blazing, and those are complete dog shit. Like, they were literally horrible. Like, they're actually probably the exact same thing, because in the shop you got a guaranteed 7-star from doing 30 multis. Hey, what does that sound like? Fest unit. It's so bad. It's actually so bad. Like, you don't get them anywhere guaranteed. They're just like, you just could probably not pull them until you get them from the shop. And honestly, it's probably what inspired Grand Cross to start doing Fest units, because they saw how much money Blazing was probably making. Just a theory though, because I think the final like 7-star came out, or not the final one, but before Lost Fan came out, I think it was dropped in like January, February. The first like 7-star Naruto. It was like Sage of 6 Pass or something. It was pretty cool. He had a pretty cool animation and stuff. And then he dropped, and then in March is when Lost Fan dropped, so it would kind of make sense. But either way, that is the video, guys. Comment down below, what is your favorite unit that you would like to see have a Holy Relic, and what would you do with it? Or would you like to revamp one, even though that will never happen, because Netmarble's already like, hey, you bought the Relic, deal with it, suck it up, Buttercup. But yeah, let me know down below. Take care, and peace out.